She was in prison for 8 days, so when she came home, she was clean, obviously. She detoxed in prison. No one wanted to take her. You can't send someone to a rehab if they're clean. Well, they told me, they said she's got to fail a drug test in outpatient, and then we could send her. I said, well, you want me to stick a needle in her arm? The only way to send her away was to pay out of my pocket. So we found a very good rehab place, but it was only a 30-day rehab place. I had to pay $10,000 out of my pocket. You know, I'm lucky if I had $11,000 at the time. So basically I'm spending all my money on someone who basically just stole everything from me. But she is my daughter, and I'll always be in her corner. She got a job around the corner, and she was making great money. The people loved her, and that lasted about 2 weeks. She started stealing from that job. I told them, you know, if you press charges on her with the priors she has, she's going to go to jail for a long time. So they dropped the charges. They told me she was stealing money out of their wallet, out of the cash register, and you're going to have to go again. Now I'm thinking, you know, I'm going to bury this kid. But, yeah, I was still not knowing it, enabling her. As a matter of fact, one time I found needles from her and I hid it from her mother. She's failing at outpatient. Now I know I can send her away. And through Medicaid, I could send her away a long time. Because now I know a month isn't good. Now I'm educated to know enough. You got to go away for as long as possible. I woke her up in the morning and I said, Shanna, I know what's going on. I know you're using, and this is what's going to happen. And we both cried and hugged each other, and I told her this is what we're doing. And she never fought me. She was supposed to be up there 9 months. So I said, this is what we need. And the first time we go visit her, we knew when we were looking around that either she's getting pregnant or she's going to use, because this place fit about 230 people. About 210 of them were men. And I saw, when we were walking around, I saw syringes on the grounds. Then I got a call about 3 months, maybe 2 months later, that she got caught. She was using Suboxone, and they're throwing her out, and she wants to come home. I said, Shanna, you're not coming home. Like I said, I'll do anything for her, but she's not coming home as a drug addict. I found Daytop. It was an all-women's facility. When we went to visit her in Ellensville, it's a totally different situation. It's not brand new. Now there's only 80 girls in the place, and there's a counselor for every 10 girls. Everything was positive there. You know, always in the back of my mind, even today, unfortunately, I always wait for the other shoe to fall. She even told me that if it wasn't for the baby, when my mother-in-law died, she would use again. She's learning more how to deal with things with her friends, and, you know, made very, very good friends in the house. Unfortunately, I think every single girl in that house has used again, and many of them have died. And eventually, you know, she gained as much trust as she can from us. I still tell her to this day she should be doing meetings. Always the same story is, once you stop doing your steps and you think you're fine, and, oh, I think I'll have a glass of wine, she knows that it's all or nothing. Everyone's just, you know, gathered and right behind her. No one judging her. By now we know it's a disease. We know it's not a choice. Did you think she wanted to steal all my wife's jewelry? We could have went out and someone could have came in and robbed the house. It would have been the same ending. Your jewelry's gone. But she said, yeah, but it was her. I said, but you gotta get past that, you know? And then obviously through the 12 steps, sooner or later Shanna did have to confront us about doing that, and that was very emotional. I'm not educated in all the drugs, but I think heroin is a different animal, because when you're not high, you're sick. It's a physical sickness, and you'll do anything. I mean, I think she probably would have killed us to get money from us at that time. Have tough love. Don't let them stay in your house. You have to give them a choice. Either you're going here or you're going out the door. You know, if they go out the door, then you gotta, you know, it's almost like a bluff. The main thing is they can't stay in the house. You have to threaten them. Unfortunately, if they say no to everything, and then you say, you gotta get out of your house, if she packed a bag and walked out of the house, I don't have an answer for you. I really wouldn't know what to do. She would have to leave, and then she would probably be dead. You know, it's very hard to help someone that took everything from you. But one of the most emotional things we had was when she had her year, and they were giving her her coin. And she came to me and she wanted me to give her a coin. And I basically said in the beginning that if someone told me that I would be in a group of people and talking about my daughter, I thought I'd be eulogizing her. I thought that she'd be dead. Until this baby was born, I really thought that she'd always, use again. I really did. Now I really feel she won't because of the baby. But I'm not naive, and I just gotta hope and pray that it doesn't. And it's out of my hands right now. Is why am I using when I come from this? Because we were always a great family. But she learned that heroin don't care. If you're homeless, if you're black, you're white. You know, some people have addicted personalities, you know. When I was younger, I'm not proud of it, but when I was in high school, I did everything. You have to stick with your loved ones when something like this happens. You can't just throw them to the side. If someone has cancer in your family, you don't just say, you know, I'm not going to go see him because he's dying. And it's the same thing. It's a disease.